everybody, it's Jen. Thanks for tuning into this week's episode of Behind the Wheel. Today I just want to talk a little bit about enthusiasm and passion. I'm going to tell you a story, and I think that it pretty much sums up how I feel about enthusiasm and passion in my life and hopefully in yours. When I was in college, I was an athlete, shockingly with this body, but I was an athlete. And I had finished up my collegiate time as an athlete, so I had fulfilled all my requirements and couldn't play anymore. But I had a great opportunity to go back in as a coach of our volleyball team at the college I was going to. And so I obviously had started recruiting, and we didn't have a lot of players on the team, and so I had started talking to a lot of different people in the school, and in particular I talked to a couple of basketball players who were interested in playing. And I thought, well, this would be great. They're basketball players. They were very talented, and we had a really great basketball team. It was a national championship team. And so I had started talking to them about playing on our volleyball team. Well, pretty soon the basketball coach got wind of it and had a meeting with them and basically told them they were not allowed to play basketball and volleyball. And I'd like to remind you, we went to a very, very small college, so playing two sports was not abnormal. I did it. Lots of people did it. And so I got really, really frustrated by that. And what I was told by the basketball coach, and it's something that I had a really hard time digesting, was that they were never going to be the player that could play both sports and be a star at it. And we did have a couple of those at our school. We had one person in particular who was an All-American in both volleyball and basketball. And so, heck yeah, she was a great player, had a ton of talent. And he basically said, these players are never going to be her. And so he thought because of that they shouldn't do both sports, that they shouldn't play both basketball and volleyball, and apparently risk being poor at one and great at another one. And that pretty much honked me off, because the more I thought about it, I kept thinking, why did they have to be this other person? Why did they have to be great at both sports? Why couldn't they enjoy doing what they did and just be happy that they got a chance to do both? And so this is what I want to talk to you about. Enthusiasm and passion. You don't have to be the very best on the team. You don't have to be the very best that plays the sport or does whatever you do. You just have to have a lot of passion for doing it. Just because you're not the best doesn't mean you shouldn't try. It doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. And so when I think about enthusiasm and passion and the way that that can play out in your life, I think a lot of people don't do things or don't try because they don't think they're going to be good at something. Look, I'm going to tell you honestly, I'm a singer. I perform every other weekend, pretty close to every weekend, sometimes in the summer. And I'm definitely not the best singer. I don't have a great voice, but I love what I do. I love getting up on stage. I love performing for people. And people show up to shows. I'm not the best. I'm never going to be the best singer. I was never the best athlete. But I worked hard to at least play on the teams and be really, really good at it. So my challenge to you today, I guess my partaking of wisdom today, is just be passionate about what you're doing. You don't have to be the best. Don't have to be the winner at all things that you're doing. You just have to try. You just have to give it a shot and go after it as hard as you can. And at the end of the day, that's going to be enough. You don't have to win. That's all right. Just try, and you'll actually get there and have a great time doing it. Thanks for watching. Go out and be passionate in the world. I'll see you next time.